you guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Mage. If this is your first time watching, please don't forget to subscribe, like, comment, and share this video and future videos to come. I'm on the road to 1K, and guess what? You can make that happen, so don't be shy and click on that red subscribe button. Hey you guys, welcome to Medgewithlove. So this is gonna be my first cooking video. So hopefully it's successful. So I am making the quickest, tastiest, creamy vegetable pasta you can ever have. I have all the ingredients here that you're gonna need. I might have, give or take, some things that you might want to add to it, but these are the basics of the ingredients that you'll need. So obviously you need your pasta, and as far as I'm concerned, you can make this with any pasta you choose. This is what I had here. I had rigatoni. I would normally make this with a penne pasta, but I didn't have any penne, so I'm going for the rigatoni pasta. And you're gonna need some heavy cream. I have some mozzarella and parmesan fine cut cheese. So that's what I'm gonna be using. Normally I would just use a parmesan, but this is all they had at Target, so that's what I got. You're gonna need some butter. You're gonna need some spinach, chopped spinach, whole spinach, fresh spinach, frozen spinach, whichever one you like to use, go ahead and use that. This is what I have today, so that's what I'll be using. I would normally prefer the fresh spinach. I have 2 tomatoes here. I'm only gonna use 1 tomato and maybe half of this onion. And for your spices, of course, I'll be back with those. All right, so for the spices, all the spices are outlined here that I have in front of me. And so you're gonna be using your salt. A lot of people don't like this salt, but this is what I have, so that's what I'm using. And this is usually what I use. I have nothing against it. You can use kosher salt as well if you'd like. Whatever salt you need. You don't need much. It's just to boil the pasta, really. And then I have some Goya, some Maggi, and it's a pollo flavored, chicken flavored bouillon. And it's the powder kind. I prefer this kind because then you don't have to worry about it still being gooey or not dissolving properly. So I like this a lot. And Goya Adobo. I have black pepper, white pepper, oregano, parsley flakes, and a little bit of cayenne pepper. So these are all the ingredients I'm going to be using. The reason I don't have them separated and already measured is because I am doing this with an eye. I am not measuring anything. So hopefully you guys will still appreciate the recipe and try it out. And if you do, please don't forget to let me know in the comments down below. All right, guys, so I'm going to go ahead and start off by boiling 2 cups of water. So this is not 2 measurement cups. These are just cups that I have for reference. I use 2 of them, and then I'm adding a little bit of salt, and then I'm going to go ahead and turn my fire on medium to high heat so that the water can boil. I wouldn't try this at home. I put my plastic cutting board right next to the fire. That's only because the position I was in, that's the only way I could do it. And I'm gonna go ahead and chop up these onions as fine as I can. So while I'm cutting the onions up, I'm gonna let you guys know that the reason I was out of frame is because I do use my phone to record, and I used the back camera that day. I didn't use the front camera, so there you go. I'm gonna go ahead and continue with the voiceover. Now I'm cutting up the tomatoes. I'm also trying to cut this as small as possible, but they're tomatoes, so it's very difficult. So as small as you can get them is fine. It doesn't have to be finely cut, just cubed, really. I'm trying to make it look pretty for y'all. If you guys see, I went back over a couple of them just to make sure they were a little bit smaller. So there you go. The onions are chopped as well as the tomatoes. If your kitchen is like mine, it's boiling hot and I need some ice water. So I went ahead and used the same cups that I used for the water for the rigatoni pasta. So I used 2 cups as well of that. So as long as your water is above your pasta, you should be just fine. Next, I'm gonna go in and start with the sauce while the pasta is boiling. So I'm gonna go ahead and turn on my saucepan to medium low heat, and I added a tablespoon of butter. As you can see, it's the water is boiling with the pasta already. I added a little bit of olive oil, not much, just so that the pasta will not stick. And I'm also gonna go ahead and add some olive oil to my saucepan as well. So I did make this complete meal with olive oil. I typically don't use canola or vegetable oil. Well, the butter that I used did have canola, but I typically don't use those oils unless I am frying something. So yeah. So I'm gonna go ahead and add in the onions because now the heat is hot, and as you can see, as the onions are getting like a little bit translucent and you can smell the aroma of the onions, that means the fire is hot. And I went ahead and added my tomatoes. Make sure that they're not mushy and that they're actually getting cooked. So I go ahead and add all the spices that I mentioned before. As you can see, I'm adding my black pepper, my white pepper, my oregano, yeah, and my cayenne pepper. And then I'm gonna go ahead and mix that all up, let it simmer a little bit. And then once that's simmering a little bit, I'm gonna go in with the frozen chopped spinach. It was still a little bit frozen, so I had to break it up a little bit, and I'm gonna use my wooden spoon to just kind of like break that up even more. And once I'm done with that, I'm gonna mix it all in together, and next we'll be adding our heavy cream to this sauce. So as you're adding in your ingredients, even your spices, I do less at first, and then if you need to add, then you're able to add. Always add a minimum, and then so that you can add if you need to, because remember, you can always add, but you can never take away. So I'm gonna go ahead and taste a little bit as I go, and if I see it needed anything, then I'll add it. So I believe at this point it needed a little bit of more salt, so I went ahead and add the Maggi. I later on did add a little bit more of the Morton salt because I did feel like it was low on salt, but then I went ahead and added more heavy cream. And I'm just gonna keep doing that. I didn't mention the Parmesan, the grated Parmesan cheese in the ingredients. That's because I forgot that I had some. So I did have some, so I added some grated Parmesan cheese just to give it that more Parmesan taste, because that's really the taste that I'm looking for in this pasta. So I went and added that. And I have a little trick if you don't have a strainer to just strain out your water. I just use the cover of the pot and just leave a little bit of space for the water to come out. I thought I was recording that, but I unfortunately wasn't. I do have strainers. I just wanted to actually show you guys, and I didn't even turn on the camera while I was doing it. So next time I'll definitely show you guys what I'm talking about. So you can go ahead and add your pasta now. So at this point, the pasta is not al dente, but maybe a little bit firmer than loose. And I like it this way because you're going to add it to the sauce. And then once the sauce starts to simmer and mix in with the pasta is still cooking with the sauce. Therefore, you're going to get the perfect consistency once the pasta is done. So I went ahead and covered my pasta for about 5 to 7 minutes. And while the pasta is covered and doing its thing, I went ahead and started wiping down, started washing dishes and things like that, because I hate to have to clean my kitchen once my dinner is ready. So there you go, guys. This is the pasta that I made. It smelled delicious. You would never know that this pasta had no meat. Hey guys, thank you so much for watching my video today. If you are interested in trying this recipe, please be sure to check the description bar below for all the ingredients that I use. Again, I don't have measurements for any of them because I'm eyeballing and tasting, so make sure you do that. Of course, you can use other vegetables, like you can use zucchini, broccoli is a good one that you can use in this recipe, or any other vegetable that you like. Please don't forget to share, comment, and like this video, and keep on watching for more. Bye.